As Boston's number one hater, I did not expect them to actually lose this game against Philly. But them losing this game against Philly and then losing the game against Minnesota has me, and then a couple of people on Twitter begging the question as well. What can they do when they face genuine teams that are playoff contenders that have size? Because whether we like it or not, with Rudy Gobert and Minnesota Timberwolves and them actually have another season together with Ant Blomishing to his true self and actually playing defense as well, and having Jaden McDaniels as well, they're like the number one defense in the league. And with Joel Embiid getting like 4 or 5 blocks this game, with all the rebounds he's getting and the amount of pressure he's applying inside the paint, making forced shots outside, which you're not comfortable with on Boston's side, then is Boston really as good of a team as he suspect them to be? Because look at the last 5 opponents. They're facing against the Blazers and the Pacers and the Wizards. Like, again, you're supposed to win those games. But this was a game they were favored to win. Not by a lot, but they're favored enough because they had the star power and the bench power to back it up. I know Nicholas Batum came in and he helped them, but Nicholas Batum isn't Derek White. Nicholas Batum isn't Peyton Pritchard in the preseason. Nicholas Batum isn't Al Horford off the bench, right? Like, let's be serious here. Now, obviously, there are many more reasons as to why Boston didn't clinch this victory, but the size and the paint defense has a lot to do with it. Right. So let's go off the bat. Let's just go off Boston's, just off the eye test, and go on the stat box later on. So off the eye test, off rip, it really did look like both Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown looked off rhythm. I started watching like in the second quarter on from there on out, and just the shots were not falling through. And the shots that were falling through, it just looked like they had to go through every single hoop and herb to even get to that point. It was very tough for them offensively. I don't know why it took them a while to get the flowing. And Porzingis was the leading scorer, which, hot take here, with a team this deep, Porzingis should not be leading scorer. He should be like tied for second or third. It should be Jason Tatum, it should be Jaylen Brown as your leading scorers. Because that's what they're there for. They're there to either lead the scoring or be second leading scoring, as well as being a defensive dynamic and a two-way switch on anybody, right? Them not scoring that much and them being as inefficient as they were tonight kind of puts into question, can Boston piece together? Can they rely on their two first and second options to be as reliable, or they have to shift things around? Because Drew Holiday choking when the team needs him most is a common thing that has happened last year with Milwaukee and is sort of carrying now when bigger games come to play for it. Know what I'm saying? Let's look into the box score, right? Peyton Pritchard played for 16 minutes. I don't know what happened. Maybe he had the Austin Reeves disease, but like he sort of didn't deliver with this game at all. 0 for 4. I didn't see him play that much when I was watching the game that much. 1 turnover as well. 4 assists, which, it's kind of serviceable. We had Al Horford. Al Horford, he did provide some solid defense. He had 2 blocks. He was putting that thing on him. But he's a 3-point spot up shooter. And his shot was not falling. 1 for 6 from 3. Like, it just was not falling at all. Like, nothing was going for this man. And then one of the last few performers that I want to mention that underperformed to my extent was Derek White. I don't know why his shot wasn't falling through as well. I genuinely thought he had a pull-up 3 that cut the lead to like 6 at one point. They had to go in timeout for it. I got mad at. I thought they were going to just flow through him and then carry the game, but nope, it didn't work as well. Obviously, Jason Tatum going 42%, 6-14. Didn't do that well, but he had double-double, 15 rebounds, so that helps him. Also, the fact that whenever Jason Tatum does bad, Jaylen Brown does worse. I don't know why this always happens. This happens every single time. So Jason Tatum never gets any blame, so therefore Jaylen Brown's always a problem. Always a scapegoat. But Jason Tatum going 6-14 and Jaylen Brown one-upping that but 4 for 13 is crazy to me. Anyone one up to 3 by going 2 for 7. It's a talent. They are such a team that they fail together. It's crazy. Now, let's get off the negatives here because we're here to talk about Philly because they won the game. I keep bashing Boston so much, but they are title favorites here. And this should be a game where it should be a close game, but they should be able to win it. And there were times where it looked like Boston ran away with it, but they came back with a 10-0 run near the end of the fourth quarter, but then it just slipped up and they couldn't grasp the opportunities that they had. Like Jaylen Brown had a block, like 20, 30 seconds left, and they couldn't grab the rebound to get a timeout and get a good shot with 20 seconds left. So instead, it allowed Tobias Harris to get a rebound with an extra 5 seconds on the shot clock for Philly, and they drained it all the way down like 7 seconds. Therefore, Boston had 7 seconds to chuck up a 3-point shot, which ended up in who had that last 3-point shot here? It was. It's not showing me, is it? It ended up in Porzingis' hand, which, I'm gonna be honest, he had the hot hand that night. That is the perfect play to pull. But it didn't go through. And that happens sometimes, you know. So, overall, I would say Boston, you need a statement win against a team that actually matters for me to truly put you in title contention. That's what I have for the Miami Dolphins, and this is the same thing with Boston Celtics here. Now, will they catch up? Will they pick it up? Obviously, they're like a deep-ass team. But this win is a little scary. Now, for the positives on Philly side. So, number one, Kelly Oubre, a quiet, great sign. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 6 for 11 from the field. 1 for 3 from 3. That's what we can get out of Kelly Oubre. Now, I'm surprised he got that many rebounds. Were they garbage rebounds? Yes, but they still count. And he did his thing. He popped off. Joel Embiid. Okay, so look. On a box score, he always fills the box score up. Even when turnovers, he fills the box score up. Now, he had like a late clutch turnover that made me want to like punch my TV screen. I think it was Tobias Harris. He ran to the paint to like catch out an opponent that was guarding him. I don't know who's guarding him. But because the opponent was watching Embiid, because Embiid is such an attention seeker. And Embiid threw it at Tobias Harris in the corner when he left the corner like 3 seconds ago, when he had eye contact with him leaving the corner and threw it anyway. Like, Embiid, you have to corral these turnovers in. You can't, like, this man is 300 pounds, 7 feet tall, and taking these stupid little hesitation mid-range shots that are like 20 feet from the rim when he still has the dribble active and he can go into the paint and barbecue chicken someone's ass. I don't get that. I genuinely don't. Is he just addicted to taking horrific shots? Is that what it is? Like, he's still doing those tween like fadeaway shots. Is he making them? Yes, but it doesn't mean he should be taking them. He should be going for more efficient shots, because he went 10 for 20 in this game. 1 for 4 from 3. That's not a Joel Embiid game. And if it is, from here on out, I don't want this Joel Embiid game. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's a point where this game shouldn't have been this close. Like, they should have sealed this game, but he wanted to do these fancy-ass shots. Now, put that aside, he did still have a solid game. Defensively, like I mentioned before, he was pretty potent when it came to defending that paint. And hell, when he got a couple switches, he was also pressing somebody as well. Pressing people as well. Pressing Jason Tatum when he needed to. Not that often. I didn't see him go on Jason Tatum that often, but you know what I mean. Like, he was on Al Horford and Tingus Pingus Mason more amount of game. And it would look pretty stellar. Now, I do want to talk Tyrese Maxey. He wasn't that efficient field goal percentage-wise, 11 for 27, but, you know, we can let that slide. This man also had 9 rebounds and 1 turnover. That's really good for Tyrese Maxey. You know what? You know what my player of the game is? Surprisingly, I was about to say Tobias Harris, but this man went 5 for 12. I can't say that even as a joke. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what? It's gonna be Joel Embiid. It has to be 50%, 4 blocks, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Those 6 turnovers are still kind of crazy to me. So what does it tell me? Number one, I don't think Philly's still in title contention range from yet. They're still like a rung below that, as in playoff locks that are going to cause some serious problems down the line. Could they make the run to the title? Sure, but they're more in the playoff lock rather than actual title contention here. But it's a really good game for them. They won it. You know, they gave up a lead quite a bit. They didn't really need to give up the lead when they had to, but that's when they did there, and they did their thing. I'm down for it. But yeah, Rocco made his debut appearance. He got like stabbed in the eye by Al Horford. What a great guy. Also, Al Horford doing chase down block was amazing. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this game. Boston's on fraud watch until further notice. See ya.